Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching. Your Notre Dame live stream will begin soon. Thanks for watching.
Dear parents, family members, and friends, it was great pleasure that I present to you the class of 2023 Notre Dame Chemical Engineers. Class, please be seated. So, welcome to Notre Dame. I'm Professor Bill Schneider, Chair of the Department of Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering, and I stand here representing the 27 dedicated faculty and staff who've had the honor of working with these students over the last 4 years. It's been a great honor to do so. I'm joined on the podium by Professors Davide Hill, Edward McGinn, Victoria Goodrich, Troy Vogel, Alex Dowling, Mark McCready, David Layton, Jennifer Schaefer, and Ulan Guo. As is the tradition at Notre Dame, we begin the ceremonies with an invocation. Peyton Renz has been chosen by her peers to lead us in prayer. Peyton will be joining the Sales Leadership Development Program at E.J. Gallo Winery. Peyton, would you please come forward for the invocation?
Sorry. Okay, in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. As we gather today and prepare to walk across the stage to receive our diplomas, let us walk in prayerful gratitude for the many blessings that have made this moment real. We pray for our families and the many who have sacrificed and worked to see us in this exciting moment. Our families have cheered us on to the finish line and stood by our sides through the many bumps along the way. We pray for the professors and the leadership of Our Ladies University who have challenged, cared, and crafted us along this academic journey. We thank you for the blessing of learning. Thank you for the privilege of studying in our chosen major of chemical engineering and the gaining new skills throughout these past 4 years. We pray for the fellow peers who have become family and taught us so much about friendship, collaboration, and struggling together. We especially thank you for the jokes that we will laugh at for years to come and the memories made in too many buildings to name that we will always look back on. Lord, we pray that we would be able to use this qualification and knowledge to go out and bless the world with our talents, but more importantly, with our compassion and our integrity. Please help us foster in us a continued passion for learning as we journey onwards, whether it be in the workplace, in grad school, in med school, law school, or anything else we may find ourselves pursuing. Lord, even as we have faced challenges and accomplished so much, we understand that we have to move on to a new chapter in life where we will be more challenges to face and more will be demanded of us in order to accomplish good in the world. May your everlasting grace ease our nerves, fears, and tears so that we may stay encouraged moving forward. Give us courage to face the challenges of carving out a place in society where we might live in peace, service, and gratitude. May each graduate today feel proud and enjoy celebrating their success. Thank you for the knowledge gained, the friendships made, and the dreams and visions that we carry in our hearts. Father, as we dedicate this celebration to you, we thank you for leading and guiding us all. May your Spirit guide us as we unfold the next chapter of our lives. Help us to enliven hope in the world and bring good things to your kingdom. Amen.
Gotta put my hat back on. Thank you, Peyton. So, chemical engineering has a proud tradition at Notre Dame. Chemical engineering as a field is only maybe 120 years old, maybe not even that much, and we've had a department nearly that long, and we've had department members, faculty who are some of the luminaries of the field. It's a challenging degree. I don't have the degree requirements with me, but trust me, they're quite substantial, as the students will attest to. It's a degree that requires tremendous effort and dedication, but it's one that also builds community. You saw a slideshow that captured a lot of the students working very hard. I'm sure it was only them working very hard, not doing anything other than that. But clearly they've enjoyed themselves and made a lot of great memories. Now, the students may have put it out of their mind, but 2 years ago or so, I was actually teaching this group of students. And in fact, I think I just happen to have a picture from our class. Yeah, there we are. I don't know. Yeah, maybe some of you recognize yourself. What a fancy classroom we had back then. So, I mean, this just highlights that this group is a special group. It's had to overcome some unusual challenges beyond just getting a chemical engineering degree, and they've done exceptionally well. Now, this picture is taken from our careers course. It's a course we teach for the sophomores, and at the top, you'll see those are not current students, those are alumni, previous graduates of our department. And they volunteered their time to come and meet with our students and share their experiences, career advice, memories of Notre Dame, to help our students discern where they want to go with their careers. Now, we can take that picture down if you'd like. Now, when those alumni come to meet us, they don't talk to us about Professor Layton's transport class or even Professor Goodrich's lab, as wonderful as that is. What they talk about is the friendships that they've made here, the problem-solving skills that they've developed, the teamwork that they've learned to use when they solve problems, and the respect that they've learned to develop for one another. And they talk about their love of Notre Dame. They thought their love of this place and how much it's instilled upon them. And so as you go forward, I hope, like those alumni, that you'll be willing to come back yourselves and reflect on those things beyond what you've learned in the classroom that have meant so much to you in your career. So today is a day to savor, but when it is all over and you've left, don't forget that you're still a part of us, that you're still part of the family of Notre Dame Chemical and Biomolecular Engineers, and it's a pretty special group, and we're proud to have you as a part of that. That's what I have to say. Now, you're probably less interested in what I have to say. The students have an opportunity to speak as well, and they've selected Cameron Taylor to speak on their behalf. Now, I actually know Cameron pretty well because he did, you can start coming up, Cameron. Cameron did undergraduate research in my laboratory a couple years ago. He was laid up. He couldn't, he had injured his leg, and my group does work on the computer, so Cameron was in good shape to do that work. He was quite productive. He actually is a co-author of a paper that appeared in Mesoporous and Microporous Materials. I'm sure that your talk is going to have something about that paper in it. Cameron will be starting this fall at Electric Boat, General Electric in Connecticut. Cameron, please.
I want to thank you all for the help and input into the speech. What has made our class so special is that it's been characterized by the whole class, how we've all bought into chemical engineering as more than just a major. And I believe that all of us putting our input into this address represents what we've been doing for the past 4 years. I also want to thank our teachers and families on behalf of us students for the countless hours of help, love, and support that you guys have given us. Without that, we probably wouldn't be here. When we didn't believe in us, you guys did, so we really want to thank you all for that. First, do we want to start with a lecture or a demonstration? In the words of Dr. McCready, I remember every second of my life, so I'm going to try to summarize. The last 4 years for you all. It was after an electric final speech by Drs. McCready and Vogel, as we were popping champagne outside Fitzpatrick, that one of my friends turned to me and said, "What other major does this? I don't know why I enjoy this so much, but I do." And so this isn't the first time that we've heard this. Our friends have said this to us. We said it to each other. But what other major does this? What other major goes to Danny Boys, the backer, and plays basketball with their professors all in 1 week? What other major has a dress-off between 2 of its students and everyone is invested? What other major holds a spoof on the Office Dundies called the Cheggies and rents out Corby's to host it? Chemical engineering is regarded as the most difficult and rigorous major at most universities, but some of us Chegs have had time to throw quirky parties and do so much more. We are the epitome of the Notre Dame philosophy of work hard, play hard. We grind during the week and even during the weekend. Shout out to Dr. Brown for those Saturday office hours. But when it comes time to enjoy life outside of academics, there are a few times when us Chegs are not there. It's not just partying either. It's doing events like Cheg tennis or attending 8 a.m. Stinson Remick Mass. We did it all. We had 5 dorms with Chegs on the Hall President's Council. Over 10% of our class are RAs. We have athletes from many different teams. One of our strong Cheg women ran the campus for junior and senior class council. While many people accused us of being a cult, we were never insular. Every time I tell someone I'm a Cheg, without fail, they say 3 things to me. They're one of the nicest people they know. They're one of the hardest working people they know, and yet they still see them out and about. And now, before we dive in to why people say this, let's hit a few great Zoom highlights, as that's a big part where our class's community got its start. Don't forget when Dr. Lieberman had a bat fly into our house and then come back 2 minutes later without having caught the bat and said, "The only reason I left is because my husband gets spooked by bats." Don't forget that Dr. Cologne is more than just the thing from the Addams family. He is more than just a hand. Don't forget about the time certain chemical engineers chose a theme for Dr. Goodrich's Zoom Intro to Engineering classes and would dress up for each of them and make a grand entrance. Never forget the booming voice from the sky from one of our students during Dr. Lieberman's class. Putting Zoom aside, we did have some galvanic social gatherings. It all began one simple Wednesday night, sophomore year, with some of us going to salsa together. Next week, we threw the first Cheg party with a total of 7 people. But we quickly grew, first throwing an incredible event involving champagne on a Thursday after having barely finished our transport homework an hour earlier. From these events, our attendance grew like bacteria, exponentially. What was special about our illustrious and famed social gatherings was that we wanted everyone there. We'd assumed the ideal gas law so many times that our community had become ideal. It was simple. Truly, the more the merrier. The next events really embraced this principle when we literally became a family at the incredible Chegg wedding. I'm sure all of you parents are wondering which of your children got married as a junior in college and did not tell you. But I'll leave it up to them to share the news with you. Just kidding. It was David Webster and Kara. We had priests, cantors, groomsmen, and bridesmaids, but most importantly, we had each other. The wedding was such a success that the very next day, we even had a Chegg tailgate. I'll mention other events later on, but let's talk about why these events were so special. We were studying a major that combines chemistry, math, biology, and physics. We felt like the Python error that reads, too many inputs. We had so much knowledge and work coming in, and somehow we needed to make a mass balance with equal amounts of knowledge and work flowing back out. The phrase, transport is transport, haunts some of us still. We've all thought, to quote one of my classmates, I genuinely have no idea how this helps, while staring at a Tetris link Dr. Whitmer sent us to answer a question. While we may not have always believed in ourselves, our professors certainly did, and maybe a little too much at times. As first years, Dr. McCready gave some of us his reaction engineering exam as our final for Intro to Chemical Engineering because he wanted to prove a point to the juniors that his freshmen could do it. Our professors believed in us, and we grew because of it. That still did not make it easy. To please Dr. McCready, I'll throw in a movie reference, sadly not from one of his favorite movies, Tower Inferno. In Rocky IV, Rocky says, nobody's going to hit as hard as life. But little did you know that the original script said, nobody is going to hit as hard as chemical engineering. Rocky goes on to say, it does not matter how hard you get hit, but how hard you keep moving forward. And that's what we did. Did we get an average of 49 on an Intro to Chegg exam? Did we get a 50-point average on a Transport midterm? Our NumStats codes would have one bug that we could not find. And sometimes we thought we did a problem set wrong, only to change it with an hour left, and then realize with 10 minutes left that what we had originally done was right. But we kept moving, and we moved together. The reason our community is so strong is because we've all been knocked down. But because we care so much for our fellow Cheggs, we helped everyone back up again because we couldn't stand to see them down. We might have finished our assignment, but we'll give up 2 more hours to make sure our friends finish. In the COVID year, we snuck people into our dorms to help finish NumStats code. We've left the comfort of our dorms to go across cold library quads to help each other. And that's the reason people say the Cheggs are the nicest people. We've been humbled, we can empathize, and we always want to help. And so, as our community helped each other more and more, we shifted the equilibrium to a complete reaction. One of our professors recently told us that he does not think he's ever seen a chemical engineering class more inclusive. What makes our community so special is that our assumptions did not just assume parts of the system, but the whole system. Why Chegg Toga Party was so successful was because that's the most buy-in we had ever had. At that moment, our class realized how special we were because everyone was talking to everyone at the Toga Party. Not just the people we sat with and studied with, but every study group was mingling together as we entered into the Chegg community further. Our assumptions of the whole system is why we absolutely demolished the mechanical engineers in the Chegg Mechie Olympics. This assumption is why no one left the U-Ball until well after midnight. And we can see the effects of our community coming together with the legacy we've left on campus. A lot of tradition died in the pandemic across Notre Dame's campus, but we kept so many traditions alive. We brought back popping champagne outside of Fitzpatrick. We threw the traditional senior Chegg Christmas party in the form of the Yule Ball. And we even started new traditions like Chegg Wedding that the class below us did again this year. And so we've talked about rendering that puppy dimensionless and how Dr. Zartman told us to expect to fail. But what did it result in? A lot. We won research awards down at NC State. We have people trading energy stocks and working at quant firms and startups. We have people going to Stanford, Hopkins, Florida, UPenn, and UVA, and other top graduate schools. We have people going to the #1 pharmacy school in the nation and people going to incredible law schools and medical schools. We've had people live at convents in Uganda and studied abroad in Singapore, South Africa, and Ireland. We'll be working over the nation in so many unique and different industries. We're going to do a lot of incredible things, and I'm beyond excited to see each and every one of us make the difference in this world. And so, as chemical engineers, we're doing so many different things. But what is chemical engineering? It's really difficult to explain what chemical engineers do. I'm sure most of you parents have asked your child that, and they just show you the most recent exam grade, and they say, clearly, I don't know. And we enter into chemical engineering not really knowing what it is either. It gets hard quick, and you're left wondering, should you jump ship to computer science? And one day, spring semester, sophomore year, I was really thinking I should switch majors. And I walk into Orgo 2 with Seth Brown, and I remember thinking to myself, I love these people. There's got to be something right about this major if I enjoy my classmates so much. I don't know if this line of reasoning was true, but what I do know is I do love these people. We've gone from classmates to friends to finally family. In 30 years, I know I can call on everyone in this room, and they'll come through for me faster than Colin Kemper's office hours, filling up. We might be friends from all the late nights, but family by choice. Amongst his other fear-mongering to try and sell us insurance, Dr. Vogel said that over 1/4 of us will be injured and out of work for over a year by age 30. So we're going to need this family. Side note, please take all of Dr. Vogel's statistics with a grain of salt. He said I would be married, but I am currently 0 for 4 with women from chemical engineering. But when we visit other cities, we will always have a house to stay in. When our careers may not go as planned, we will have people in every industry who will not only help us out, but be so excited to help us out. We will be at each other's weddings and there for each other during sickness and illness. We'll be there to celebrate each other's accomplishments because with this class, there's going to be some incredible achievements. It will not matter if it's been 2 or 10 years. We will always be able to complain how hard the Transport 2 final was and then pick up right where we left off. This family has set precedent too. It has already impacted our class so much. Dr. Aaron and Dr. Phillip, who were both here when they went for their undergraduate studies, are incredible examples of embracing what it means to be a Notre Dame Chag. I recently had lunch with Dr. Aaron, and she hasn't forgotten that over 2 years ago, I wrote the 12 Days of Thermodynamics and asked her to sing it with me and my thermo group mate over Christmas break. Well, for my group mate's sake, it's not on YouTube, and we did not share it around much. The memory lives on. But besides embracing the silly and goofy side of being a Chag, she carried the mental health of my classmates and I during the COVID semester because we knew someone cared deeply about who we were and how we were doing. I've talked to Dr. Phillip's dad twice. Both times he talked very little about how much of a genius his son is. And he talked about the 3 things that the Notre Dame class of 2023, Chag class of 2023 embodies. He's one of the nicest people, one of the hardest working, and yet he still makes an impact on so many lives. We have great expectations to fill and a lot of work to be done in the world, but together we will be a force for good. So ask yourselves this, my friends. What is a Notre Dame Chag, and how will you keep being a Notre Dame Chag? I'll attempt to answer the first question better than I answered my second reactions engineering exam. There's so much to the answer, and I'm sure someone could get a publication from it. But I'll keep it brief. A Notre Dame Chag is someone who understands community. They have been put through a rigorous course load, and they've become a better human because of it and because of their fellow Chag. It is someone who's been trained to do distillation, towers, and PFRs, but their real training is to make a positive impact in this world. We are a talented and caring class who have impacted our campus in so many positive ways. We are a female-dominant major, and we have survived a major filled with biology, physics, chemistry, and other miscellaneous subjects. If you started playing a favorite Chag pastime of the Wordle, the New York Times cross puzzle, or the Sudoku, I'll finish here. As all great PowerPoints have, here are the main takeaways. Stay humble and stay empathetic. Don't lose the quirkiness that allowed you to do chemical engineering. Take the initiative to make the change as you have always done at Notre Dame. You're a Notre Dame Chegg. You can do anything, especially because of the enormous support of the community behind you. The community is your family and will always be here for you. Cheggs, we formed a lot of chemistry in our groups, but we made a bond stronger than any we ever studied in our classes. Love. To end, to quote Dr. McCready one last time, I've run out of stupid things to say. Go Irish, roll Chegg.
Thank you, Cameron, for those heartfelt remarks. Really excellent. I think that's got to be one of the most challenging jobs, is to get up there and give the student speech, and you did an amazing job. Thank you. As Cameron alluded to, this group of students is really an accomplished group. And one of the ways that the faculty of the university recognize them is through awards. And it's a challenging thing for us, to be honest, because it's a really good group of students, yet nonetheless we have to select some of them to receive the awards that the department gives. You'll see in your program a list of the names and a number of them. And so we're gonna go through and ask some of them to come up and be recognized. The first group is the Chemical Engineering Research Award. Now, in addition to working in the classroom, and the faculty also conduct research, and as part of that research, we'll often bring undergraduates into our group to work with us. And as with Cameron, they'll contribute in pretty substantial ways. Today we're recognizing, I think it's I'm wrong, 5 of the students with the Chemical Engineering Research Award. Okay, I think you're supposed to start moving up this way. The first is Gregory Cooper. Gregory worked in Jamil Cologne's lab. He worked on transfer learning applied to metal organic frameworks. The next is Ardri Mezo-Guevara, who worked in the Nalathambi lab. She received the Manley Award, which is a particular research award for work related to materials science. Not only did she do research, she completed a senior thesis on her work. Now, Ardri isn't able to be here today, so we'll just recognize her in absentia. Next is Zachary William Metzel, who worked in Bill Phillips' lab. He actually did research, contributed to a paper, not only contributed, but was the lead author on a paper that appeared in American Chemical Society Journal. Zachary? Next is Trevor Patrick Stone, Jr., who worked in Yishun Wang's lab. He worked on the synthesis of chiral graphene quantum dots. Pretty impressive stuff. He liked it so much, he's going to continue onward, pursue a PhD in chemical engineering at University of Virginia. And last but not least is Jacqueline Bradley Violatel, who worked in Matt Weber's lab. Jackson also completed a senior thesis, Supramolecular Chemistry for Cell Membrane Engineering and Water Toxin Removal. Very impressive stuff. And he'll be pursuing a PhD in chemical engineering at Georgia Tech. The next group are receive the Chemical Engineering Alumni Award. Now, the Alumni Award is chosen by the faculty to recognize students who combine both high scholastic standing with exceptional extracurricular contributions outside the classroom. And we have 5 again that we'll recognize. And I think, again, they're supposed to come on up. We'll get this down. The first is Yamila, Efenia Corneo Carrillo. Yamila did undergraduate research. She was very active in student leadership in the Multiracial, Multi-Ethnic Student Association, the Latinx Student Association. She was active in liturgical ministry and is pursuing a PhD in chemical engineering at Stanford. Next is Abigail May Hellenbrook, who did undergraduate research. I don't have the group. Who did you do research? With Dr. McGinn. Oh, it's Professor McGinn right here. She was involved in student leadership in the Notre Dame Club Gymnastics team, in the Tau Beta Pi Honor Society, and she is going to go to Buffalo, New York to work with Linde. Next is Connor Patrick Martin. Connor has a particular passion for public health, and he's been involved in internships, leadership roles, and activities like Engineers Without Borders, community project leadership in South Bend. And he has such passion, he's going to be commissioning with the United States Public Health Service. Connor. Next is Nathaniel Patrick Moeller. Nathaniel also did undergraduate research. I don't have yours written down. Who did? Dr. Schaefer, excellent. Right down at the other end of the stage. He was involved in leadership in the Notre Dame Running Club, Notre Dame Observer, where you're a sports writer, very cool, and the Notre Dame Nordic Ski Club, a tutor at Robinson Community Learning Center, so pretty substantial external activity. And he's going to be joining H.B. Fuller in St. Paul, Minnesota. Last, we have David Nicholas St. John Webster, who did undergraduate research. Again, I don't have it written down. Dr. Schaefer again. Oh, all right, excellent. Well done, Jen. He was a teaching assistant for the transport class, which, as you might have learned from Cameron, transport is no small feat. He's a resident assistant in Pangborn Hall. He was involved in leadership in STEM careers and renewable energy initiative, amongst other activities. And he's going to be joining the Boston Consulting Group in Chicago. David. All right. Next is the John Treacy Award. Now, this is an academic award. It's awarded to the student with the highest score in Thermodynamics 1. Parents, the cores of chemical engineering are thermodynamics, transport, and reactions. Thermodynamics 1 is the first of those core courses that they teach, and it really is sort of a shock and awe course for them. This award was started several years ago by alumni of the department who had Professor John Treacy in class. So Professor Treacy was a beloved teacher of thermodynamics, I believe from the 1950s, and tragically died in an accident when he was quite young, only 30, doing a rocket fuel experiment on campus. So his family endowed the award to recognize a student who had the highest score in the Thermodynamics 1 course. And so this year's honoree is Alexander Michael Kolodicek. Please come forward. Thank you. Next is the American Institute of Chemists Award, American Institute of Chemists Award for the outstanding senior in the Department of Chemical Engineering on the basis of demonstrated leadership activity, character, scholastic achievement, and potential for advancement of the chemical engineering profession. And the awardee this year is Dylan Michael Bangasser. Dylan did research in the Niebuhr group. He tutored, and he's going to be going on to Eli Lilly as a process engineer. Dylan. All right. The Reverend Thomas A. Steiner Award is a College of Engineering award, and the winner is chosen based on all-around excellence, commitment to engineering, and commitment to the common good. And this year's awardee is Anna Michelle Haig. Anna did undergraduate research. Now I got to ask you, Dr. Bruning, dear Merlin. She was a resident assistant in Howard Hall. Is this true? You were the sports nutrition associate for the 26 varsity teams? So 800?
I worked for the sports nutrition staff.
All right. Well, it's not very impressive nonetheless. Member of the Engineering Leadership Council. She's going to be joining EPIC as a technical solutions engineer. All right. Next is the Chemical Engineering Faculty Award, and this recognizes a senior having the highest scholastic average after 7 semesters of study, because we don't necessarily have the GPA at the end of the year. This year we happen to have the GPA at this point, and our awardee actually has a 4.0 after 8 semesters of chemical engineering, which is a pretty darn impressive accomplishment. According to my notes here, which I have not independently verified, there's only been 5 students in the last 10 years who have managed to have a 4.0. So Alex, coming back up again. And I didn't say before, but Alex is intent on going to medical school. He's going to take a gap year at University of Pittsburgh Medical Center and then start medical school the year after that. Good luck, Alex. Yes, we can applaud that as well. All right, there's a couple of other awards that we want to recognize. I'm not going to have these people come up. I'm just going to read their names. First, we're going to recognize the winners of the James P. Cohn Scholarship. Now, like Tracy, Professor Cohn was a beloved member of the faculty. He was, I guess, a Notre Dame alum and a member of the CBE faculty from 1955 until 2003, so incredible period of time. He was a dedicated teacher, a dedicated researcher, but really truly loved by the students because he knew those students so well. It was not uncommon, as I am told, for students to come back 10, 20 years later, and Professor Cohn would remember them, remember their wives, remember their family, and he showed such love for the students that love was reciprocated by the students. The students endowed, the alumni of the department endowed a scholarship in his name in 1995. We continue, the legacy of Cohn is such that we continue to receive donations for that Cohn scholarship, and so every year we can recognize more and more students. This year, I believe we have 13 Cohn scholars that we are recognizing. So when I call your name, if you would stand, and then we'll recognize all with applause at the end. First is Nicholas Michael Bakey, Sarah Frances Kavakis, Michael Cafferkey Doyle, Megan Elizabeth Grieve, Abigail May Hellenbrook, Isabel Marie Knight, Kelly Catherine Lane, Erica Hashio Lim, Nathaniel Patrick Moeller, Zachary William Mutzel, Kinsey Bridget Nally, and John Luke Xavier Richmond. Please join me in congratulating them all. You may be seated. All right. Last but not least, we're going to recognize the students who participated in Notre Dame's Grand Challenge Scholars Program. That's not a program of the department, it's a program of the college. This is actually it's a program that goes beyond Notre Dame. It's designed for students to design and pursue a plan of transformational learning and research to address one of the world's grand challenges. So the students work with a faculty member and they design a program in which they have to demonstrate achievement in 5 competencies. Those are in research and creativity, in multidisciplinarity, in business and entrepreneurship, in multiculturalism, and in social consciousness. And this year we have 6 students who have completed Grand Challenge Scholar projects. So again, I will read your names if you would stand when I read your names, and then we'll recognize you all at the end. First is Sabrina Antonucci, who worked in the Chang lab. She worked on point-of-care saliva testing for COVID. Second is Leo DePaul. Leo worked in the Kamat and Cologne laboratories, and he worked on a project related to making solar energy economical. Third is Matthew Engels. Matthew worked in the Hicks lab on the synthesis of energy-efficient catalysts. Next, again, is Alex Golodicek, who worked in the Hanjayaputra laboratory on engineering medical technologies for improved patient care. Lila Sen worked in Bill Phillips' lab on improving water resiliency through water health and education. And last but not least, David Webster, we learned, worked in Jen Schaefer's laboratory on improving materials for energy storage. Please join me in congratulating all those students. Well done. All right, we got through that okay. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce Professor Ed McGinn. Ed is also a beloved member of the faculty, excellent educator. He's the Keogh Hesburgh Chair within the university and also the Associate Vice President for Research. And we've asked Ed to lead the students in the Oath of the Engineer. Ed?
Thank you. The Oath of the, or Order of the Engineer ceremony, I'll give you a little bit of history on that, but if you look on the back of your program, you can read a little bit more about the history of this society. It's a great society in that when you join, there are no meetings after this meeting, and there are no dues. So this is a really fantastic society for you to join. It was initiated in the United States in 1970 to foster a spirit of pride and responsibility in the engineering profession, to bridge the gap between training, which you've just now finished, and experience, which you're going to be embarking on, and to present to the public a visible symbol identifying the engineer. So you'll get one of these stainless steel rings. So this is a better symbol to pick out engineers than a pocket protector. When you join the order, you have to profess an obligation, which is a creed similar to the Hippocratic Oath, which medical professionals take. The obligation is reproduced on the card in front of you, so I ask the students if you can look at this card. The type is really, really small. For some reason, I can't read this anymore, but I'm sure your eyes are good enough that you can. The obligation contains parts of the canon of ethics all major engineering societies have, including the American Institute of Chemical Engineers. And by professing this obligation, you pledge to uphold the standards and dignity of the engineering profession and to serve humanity by making the best use of the world's precious resources. So I'll now ask you to stand, and together we're going to recite the obligation, after which you finish, then you should place the stainless steel ring, which you should also have on the small finger of your working hand as an outward symbol of your membership in the Order of the Engineer. So we'll do all this together, okay? You ready? I am an engineer. In my profession, I take deep pride. To it, I owe solemn obligations. As an engineer, I pledge to practice integrity and fair dealing, tolerance and respect, and to uphold devotion to the standards and the dignity of my profession, conscious always that my skill carries with it the obligation to serve humanity by making the best use of the earth's precious wealth. As an engineer, I shall participate in none but honest enterprises. When needed, my skill and knowledge shall be given without reservation for the public good. In the performance of duty and in fidelity to my profession, I shall give my utmost. And now you can put your ring on. You're part of the Order of the Engineer. Congratulations.
All right, you can be, you all pass. You can be seated. All right. Now for the real work of the day. Now we have the presentation of the diplomas. Now, so tomorrow is the official graduation, the formal graduation, as it's only Father John who can really confer degrees. But today is the fun day to enjoy graduation. So we're going to have this, we're going to call each student's name, have them come up, we're going to give them their actual diplomas. Parents, family, you should feel free if you want to come up and get a picture while they're going across the stage. That's perfectly fine. We don't have to stand on formality here. Do whatever you'd like to do to get a nice picture of your student. And to read the names, we have a special honoree today, Professor Davide Hill. Oh, Davide's over here, who I believe you had as a lab instructor, is going to do the honor of reading the names. Professor Hill has been teaching in chemical and biomolecular engineering for, I believe, 31 years, and this is his final semester with us and his final commencement. And he's been a well-loved a member of the faculty, well-loved by the students and by the faculty alike, and we will miss him. So Davide, if you would come forward and do the honor of reading the names, and I guess Victoria is going to assist me with distributing the diplomas.
Thank you. Welcome all. Angelica Aguirre. Isabella Suzanne Allen. Sabrina Isabel Antonucci. Cum laude, I must say. Nicholas Michael Bakey, cum laude. Dylan Michael Bangasser, summa cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Bock. Jillian Lynn Borza. Allison Elizabeth Brankin, cum laude. Patrick Michael Carr. Sarah Frances Cabacos, magna cum laude. Carolyn Michelle Coleman. Gregory M. Cooper, cum laude. Yamil Efigenia Cornejo Carrillo, cum laude. Brett Thomas Cushing. Nicholas Carl Dowling. Patrick Connor Davis. Leyland Patrick DePaul. Bridget B. Doody. Michael Cafferkey Doyle, cum laude. Matthew John Engels, magna cum laude. Matrika Aisha Franklin. Nicole Garcia Espinosa. Alexander Andrzej Godleski. Chelsea Janet Gomez. Jack Gonzalez. Carrie Anna Gould. Francine Graham. Megan Elizabeth Grieve. Argery Maciel Guevara in absentia. Nicholas Paul Hagestad. Anna Michelle Hay, summa cum laude. David Joseph Hale, summa cum laude. Mary Grace Hamlin. Peter Gerhard Hefner. Abigail May Hellenbrook, summa cum laude. Daniel James Hernandez. Mitchell James Jacob. Madison Page Jurgoban. Jessica Catherine Keene. McCarty James Kennedy, cum laude. Isabel Marie Knight, cum laude. Alexander Michael Kolodichak, summa cum laude. Kara Grace Kukijan. Kelly Catherine Lane. Erica Haixiao Lim, cum laude. Carolyn Renee Luby, cum laude. Connor Patrick Martin, magna cum laude. Colleen Marie McMahon. Nathaniel Patrick Moeller, summa cum laude. Zachary William Mutzel, cum laude. Kinsey Bridget Nally, summa cum laude. Vi Thuy Nguyen Lee. David James Nutzel. Olivier Ngoyen Pandantala. Arlen Grace O'Shea. Thomas Michael Pampalone. Madison Rouche Pixler, cum laude. Connor Scott Bujasic. Olivia Hope Prezzano, cum laude. Peyton R. Rentz. Jean-Luc Xavier Richmond. Nicholas Benjamin Roseboom. Lila Grace Sen. Trevor Patrick Stone, Jr. Cameron Harris Taylor. Declan James Tanner. Andrea Ruby Susan Unwin. Christina Marie Vale, cum laude. Jackson Bradley Villetel, magna cum laude. David Nicholas St. John Webster, summa cum laude. Connor Matthew Wozniak. Emily Marie Zlatniski, magna cum laude. That's it. Oh, sorry.
All right. That was great. It says in here, recognize those accomplished students again. So why not? Let's do it one more time. One more round of applause. Oh, wow. Look. All right. This is so much fun. This is one of the best parts of this job, is to get to celebrate these students. We're almost done. Before we go, there are a few thank yous that we ought to do. I want to thank, no, there they are. Well, there's Debbie Herchek and Jennifer Pavlik, opposite sides of this, of the thing. They are staff members of the department who organized this, this beautiful event. So we thank them for that. Also thank the staff of the DeBartolo Performing Arts Center for allowing us to use this facility and also helping with the logistics. So let's thank all of them. And So we faculty and you students, we really ought to thank the parents and family and friends that are here, because we know that without their support, you wouldn't have made it to this point. So could you please rise and show your gratitude to them? So, working in academics, it's sort of it's a funny thing, because time marches by, new students come, you graduate students, it's sort of this constant cadence. And when you get to this point, if you've had students for a number of years, to see them go, it is with a little bit of sadness, but as I say, joy with the new group that'll be here in another couple years. And that sorrow that you feel is tempered by knowing, as we see with the many alumni who come back to see us, the amazing things that you students are going to do. And so as you go forward, please don't forget us, don't forget where you came from. Come back and see us and share the wonderful things that you've accomplished. So we're done with that. We've accomplished everything that was in the program. We've got the diplomas distributed, the awards celebrated, and everything. So job well done, everybody. What we're going to do next is the students are going to recess, and then the faculty will recess. Students, we would like to get a group photo. So when you recess, don't diffuse away. Move to the patio at the, the south end of DeBartolo. I think that's where we're going, so that we can do a group picture. Guests, you are invited to join us in that same location for a reception at the end. So with that, I thank everyone who's here, and go Irish.